There's a version of you the world hasn't seen yet. Stronger, sharper, colder, more focused, more dangerous. A man who doesn't fold under pressure, who doesn't chase comfort, who doesn't break when life gets ugly. He breaks records. But here's the truth. That version, he's not found. He's built. And he's built through pain, through pressure, through discipline, when everything in you wants to quit. You don't become him with luck, not with talent, not with dreams. You become him with grind, with repetition, with war, every single day, when it's cold, when it's hard, when you're tired. You still show up because the man you're becoming doesn't need motivation. He's fueled by purpose. And you either build him now or spend your life wondering what it would have felt like to meet him. So stop waiting, stop talking, stop pretending you've got time to waste. You want respect, you want power, you want to feel proud when you look in the mirror? Earn it through effort, through sacrifice, through suffering. Every day I get better, stronger, harder to break, unstoppable. Say it, live it, be about it. Because the world hasn't met the real you yet, but it's about to. Who you are is not who you have to be. You are not stuck. That's the first lie you need to kill. You are not chained to the person you used to be. You are not locked inside your habits. You are not sentenced to your past. You are not lazy unless you keep choosing laziness. You are not weak unless you stop fighting. You are not lost unless you refuse to move forward. Let me say it loud and clear. You can change. You can evolve. You must evolve, because if you don't, if you stay the same, if you keep repeating your old patterns, if you keep playing it safe, you're already falling behind. Comfort is not peace. Comfort is not safety. Comfort is decay disguised as relief. And the longer you stay there, the slower you rot. You think you're stuck? No, you're just used to low standards. You've just been operating on autopilot for so long that effort feels like pain and silence feels like safety. But safety never built greatness. Struggle did. Let me tell you what's really keeping you down. It's not society. It's not your parents. It's not the system, your past, or your circumstances. It's the version of you that you refuse to let go of. The one who says, I'll start tomorrow. The one who scrolls instead of builds. The one who dreams but never executes. That version, he's got to go. Because every time you make an excuse, that version grows stronger. Every time you choose comfort over commitment, he gains more control. And every time you break a promise to yourself, that weak version tightens his grip on your life. Burn him down. That's not you. That's not the man you were born to be. You were built for war. You were built for discipline. You were built to carry weight, to endure the fire, to lead from the front, not hide in the shadows. You don't need permission. You don't need to wait for the stars to align. You don't need a green light from the world. You are the green light. You are the permission. You are the plan. You are the entire damn rescue team. Every man has two choices. Build the life he wants, or settle for the life he hates and call it normal. You want to know why most people stay average? Because change is brutal, because leveling up hurts, because becoming your best self requires sacrifice, discipline, failure, and absolute ownership. And most people can't stomach that, but you're not most people. You wouldn't be here if you were. You are not here to repeat the past. You are not here to coast. You are not here to blend in with the background. You are here to evolve, to dominate, to rise above the noise and become the kind of man who sets the standard, not follows it. And no, it won't be easy. It's going to test you. It's going to break you down. It's going to push you into lonely places where nobody claps, nobody sees your effort, and nobody cares how tired you are. But that's where you become dangerous. That's where you become unstoppable. That's where you become a man of discipline, fire, and force. There's a reason most men never reach their full potential. They never kill the old version of themselves. They never go all in. They never decide to burn the backup plan and commit fully to the man they could be. But you can, you will. Because the man you want to be, he's not built with ease. He's built in the struggle. He's born in the hours where no one is watching, when your mind screams quit, but your heart says again. When every muscle is tired, but you choose to go one more rep. When the world doubts you, but you double down on yourself. That's how you evolve. That's how you stop being a version of yourself that survives and become a version that dominates. No more waiting, no more stalling, no more playing the victim. You've got work to do. You've got miles to climb. You've got a higher standard to set for yourself and for everyone watching you. Your friends might settle, your family might settle, the world might tell you to shrink, to calm down, to fit in, but you're not here to be understood. You're here to become undeniable, to take everything they said you couldn't do and turn it into fuel. This is your wake-up call, your starting line, your moment to go to war with who you've been, so you can become who you were meant to be, because who you are today, he's not your final form, not even close. Let the world meet that version. Unapologetic, unstoppable, unbreakable. And when they ask what changed, you'll say, I stopped waiting. I stopped making excuses. I stopped playing small. I decided to become the man I was always meant to be. Daily improvement is non-negotiable. Let's get one thing straight. You don't get to win without the work. You don't get to shine without the struggle. You don't get to rise without earning it. Not in this world, not in this life, not if you're a man who wants more. And here's the brutal truth most people run from. Daily improvement is the cost of greatness. Not someday, not when you feel ready, not when it's convenient, but every damn day. Because success doesn't show up once a year. It doesn't knock politely. It doesn't ask you if you're comfortable. It kicks down the door and demands you earn it with your blood, your sweat, your obsession. The man who improves daily is the man no one can catch. Not because he's perfect, but because he's relentless. He doesn't need permission. He doesn't need applause. He doesn't need a crowd chanting his name. He gets up early when others sleep. He trains when others quit. He sharpens his edge while the rest get dull and soft. You want to dominate? Then improvement has to become your religion. Not a phase, not a sprint, but a lifestyle. You build brick by brick, one disciplined decision at a time, one hard choice at a time, one uncomfortable action at a time. Because here's what weak men don't understand. You're either leveling up or you're being left behind. There is no neutral. There is no standing still. There is no pause button in this arena. The moment you coast, someone hungrier is catching up. The moment you relax, someone sharper is gaining on you. The moment you say, that's enough for today, someone out there says, that's not even close. This life isn't for the comfortable, it's for the committed, the unreasonable, the obsessed. So stop looking for balance, stop looking for easy. Easy is for the average. Comfort is for the cowards. You're here to break limits, not bow to them. You think high performance is a choice. It's your duty, your responsibility, your identity. Improvement is your job. Every morning you report to war. You ask yourself, what am I willing to bleed for today? What weakness will I bury today? What version of myself will I kill off today to make room for the stronger one? Because the man you used to be, he's not allowed to lead anymore. He was lazy, soft, unfocused. You bury him every single sunrise. You've got one shot at this life, and no one's coming to carry you. No mentor is going to save you. No motivation is going to magically change you. You want more? Then become more. Read the books, lift the weights, crush the work, master your mind, control your day. Guard your time like your life depends on it, because it does. And understand this: there are men out there who are more talented than you, more connected than you, more experienced than you, but if you're willing to outwork them, if you're willing to improve when nobody's watching, if you're willing to keep climbing when they get comfortable, they won't stand a chance, because skill fades, motivation fades, but discipline, ruthless consistency, that's what builds kings. You must show up with precision, with fire, with a mindset that says, yesterday's version of me is dead, I killed him, and today I build better. Because that's how warriors evolve, that's how legacies are built, that's how monsters are made. So remember this: every moment you waste, every shortcut you take, every time you rest when you haven't earned it, you are betraying your future, and that future, it belongs to the man who does the work every day, no matter what, without excuses, without mercy, without pause. Daily improvement is the bloodline of the elite. Either you're in or you're average. Either you're building or you're rotting. Either you're a weapon or you're a warning. Choose. The best version of you is already inside you. You're not lost. You're not broken. And you sure as hell aren't missing something, because everything you need is already inside you. Right now, it's there. It's been there since day one. The problem? You've been distracted. You've been lied to. You've been tricked into thinking you've got to find something outside of you, some secret, some shortcut, some cheat code. Let me tell you something that most people don't have the guts to hear. You don't need more. You need less. Less scrolling, less comparison, less comfort, less motivation, and more movement. Because the strongest version of you, he's not waiting to be discovered. He's waiting to be unleashed, and he's buried under bad habits, under soft routines, under comfort addictions, weak thinking, and fake confidence. He's buried under everything you've accepted as good enough, but you weren't born for good enough. You were born for greatness, for war, for struggle, for impact, for legacy, not to live a quiet life, not to coast, not to chase comfort and call it peace. Listen closely. The man you're meant to be, he's not average, he's a savage. He's focused, he's fierce. He doesn't back down, slow down, or sit down for anyone or anything. But you don't just wake up one day and become him, you build him. You forge him in the fires of discipline. You carve him out with repetition, with sacrifice, with blood and sweat. You create him in the lonely hours, when no one is watching, when the world is sleeping, but you're grinding. That version of you will cost you everything weak in you. It'll cost you your laziness, your fake friends, your soft habits, your damn comfort zone. But the price, it's worth it. Because once you kill off the weak version of yourself, you become someone different. You become a man who doesn't flinch when life hits. A man who commands respect without saying a word. A man who moves like a king, trains like a soldier, and thinks like a savage. And people will feel it. They'll see it in your eyes. They'll hear it in your voice. They'll know this man is not the same. He's not to be played with. He's not to be doubted. He's on a mission. But here's the question most never ask themselves. Are you willing to bury the current version of you to become the man you're meant to be? That's the real war. It's not against the world. It's not against the haters. It's not against your competition. It's you versus you. Your comfort versus your calling, your excuses versus your execution, your feelings versus your focus, your fear versus your future. And here's the brutal truth. You will not become him if you keep choosing comfort, if you keep choosing the bed over the grind, if you keep chasing dopamine over discipline, if you keep avoiding pain instead of hunting it. You'll never meet him. You'll just die as another man who could have been great. And that should scare you. That should haunt you. Because nothing's more painful than wasted potential. But here's the beauty. You don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to stay soft. You don't have to carry the old version of you into tomorrow. You can leave him behind today, right now. You can bury the distractions. You can walk away from weakness. You can delete the old mindset, the bad habits, the self-doubt, and rise. Rise into a version of you who doesn't just dream. He executes. A version of you who gets up early, who lifts hard, who thinks sharp, who reads, who learns, who leads. A version of you who's dangerous because he's disciplined, because he's clear, because he's done living average. And when you become that version, life doesn't get easier. You get stronger. You don't pray for less pressure. You learn to dominate under it. And the world will move out of your way, because power respects power. So the question is simple. Will you stay the same, or will you step into the fire and build the man you were born to become? The best version of you is already inside, but he's locked behind the pain you keep avoiding. He's hidden behind the sacrifices you keep delaying, and he'll only come out when you stop living soft. So earn him with everything you've got, because once you do, once you see what you're truly capable of, you'll never go back. You'll never settle again. And the world, it won't recognize you. It'll have to respect you. You owe it to yourself to rise. You don't become your best self by accident. You become your best self on purpose, with grit, with fire, with relentless discipline. And let's make one thing crystal clear. No one's coming to drag you to greatness. Nobody's waking you up at 5 a.m. Nobody's forcing you to train when you're tired, study when you're distracted, or grind when no one's watching. That's on you. And that's where the power is. Because once you realize it's your responsibility, you unlock something 99% of people never will: the ability to take control. Because here's the raw truth most people won't say out loud. The world doesn't expect much from you. Society is fine with you being average. Your friends might be okay with being just good enough. But you're not built like that. You were born to dominate, not drift. You were made to rise, not remain. There's a version of you that's stronger, sharper, hungrier. He's in there, right now, waiting for you to have the guts to let him out. So no, this isn't about survival. This is about elevation. You don't just get by, you get better. You wake up with purpose. You train like the man you want to be is already judging every rep. You move like the mission matters, because it does. Every decision is a vote for the man you're becoming or the man you're leaving behind. So stop treating your life like a rehearsal. This isn't practice, this is real. And if you got goals, don't walk, sprint toward them. Attack them like your family's life depends on it, because one day it might. You're not here to look pretty. You're not here to fit in. You're not here to collect participation trophies. You're here to lead, to conquer, to rise above. So when they look at you and ask, "Who do you think you are trying to be all that?" you answer with your actions. You answer with your work ethic. You answer with your results. But if you must speak, you say it straight, no hesitation, no apologies. I'm not trying, I am becoming. I'm becoming the man who doesn't flinch under pressure, the man who doesn't fold when it's hard, the man who shows up every single day with something to prove, not to the world, to himself. Because when your back's against the wall and no one's clapping and no one sees your grind, you'll learn something powerful. Applause is optional. Effort is not. You don't need permission. You need conviction. And you don't need motivation. You need discipline. Because you know what's at stake. You've tasted regret before, and you refuse to let it happen again. So from this point forward, your life has one setting: forward, fast, focused, ferocious. And if the path is lonely, good. Lions don't move in packs, and if it's hard, perfect. Pressure builds diamonds, not dust. You owe it to yourself, to the younger you who dreamed big, to the older you who's watching this moment hoping you don't quit. and to the man you were born to become. So rise, rise with discipline, rise with fire, rise with purpose. You're not here to blend in, you're here to take over. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, you're not like most people. Most people quit halfway. Most people scroll to the next distraction, but not you. You stayed, you listened, you showed up for yourself. And that tells me one thing: you're serious about becoming the best version of you. So here's what I want you to do next. Like this video if it lit a fire in you. Subscribe if you're committed to growth every single day. And most importantly, drop the word "I improve daily" in the comments to affirm that you're in this journey until the end. Let the world know you're not here to play small. You're here to level up, to rise, to become who you were born to be. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay focused, stay hungry, and never stop evolving.